You're done. Okay.
Hit it.
His name is Tom Simon, and this is Sliders.
Woo!
Sliders.
Got some fans.
Sliders and Sam Adams.
Tommy.
Wow. Crush it. What the?
Now, Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates,
everybody, how we doing?
and festivals, and you, sir, do
This
not
is not
have
about beer or
fair
burgers.
testicles
It's kind of
if you
about
prefer
starting your life over again and
Red
starting
Solo
fresh.
Cup
So a little bit about that presentation. Oh, there's the mirror. Okay, so this is not a big go big or go home speech. I will not sell you a book afterwards. And this actually reminds me a lot of growing up in New Jersey and girls that I saw. So it's a little bit scary now that I think about it, and I wish I didn't do that poster. Anyway, so basically, I grew up with a little bit of a safety net, right? So I grew up right there in the middle, and I went to college a little bit over there, and I got my first job over here in New York. And that was pretty much where I was for the first 29 years of my life. And when I got out of college, I got this really great job working in the record industry, and I thought it was a great dream job, and I traveled the world, and I did all this crazy stuff. But I kind of knew halfway through it that I was in a little bit of trouble. It was going to burn me out. Really wasn't all that excited about it. And sure enough, along the way, I burned out. And when I burned out living in the area I was in. I burned out on the job. I burned out on everything. And so I kind of decided maybe now was the time to start over again. You know, why not just give it a new shot, a new chance? So I decided to go out to dinner with my now wife Tara to have Sliders and Sam Adams on a bingo night. And I told her that I've decided I want to leave and I want to move to Raleigh. And she said, okay. So about 2 days later, we went, told our coworkers or our bosses that we were leaving. We were going to move out. We hung out with my folks for a little bit, broke the news to the dog, and then packed our stuff up and started driving south from pizza to now barbecue and beer. And it was a pretty exciting trip, yeah. We rented an apartment sight unseen from our good friend Ashton Smith, who's a great realtor, but as you can tell, a terrible photographer. However, we still rented the apartment. So we ended up getting into this apartment. We thought it was pretty great. There was one hitch in this whole thing, though. This trip was around us not having jobs. So we were coming here with pretty much nothing except an opportunity to start over again and do whatever it is we thought we could do. And so at first, it was really exciting, right? You get someplace and it's like new car smell, and you're really excited about it. And I was really fired up. And then about 2 weeks later, holy crap, what have I done? I don't have my friends anymore. I don't have the job I've had for 9 years. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I live in Raleigh, and I like barbecue and beer, so this is good for me. But what is it that I'm going to do? So, okay. So I'm sending out letters, and I'm sending out things, and I'm also trying to figure out how to get around. So I get a navigation unit, because now I got to drive everywhere. I go for the UFO Club, because I like beer, and I figured I can drink 200 beers and make that happen. And I go tailgating and make bacon things and stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun, too. So I'm finding this is pretty good, right? Okay, and I'm a big lacrosse fanatic. Lax.com hired me to shoot some games for UNC. I did some of the social media stuff because I want to meet everybody that was here and kind of get to know them. And I started doing some of the First Friday stuff so I could build my own kind of community and feel really good about being here. Obviously, I was getting a lot of rejection letters, a lot of people telling me they didn't quite understand why I was here. One recruiter told me to go home because I was a music guy, and that made no sense here. So I dusted off my 10-year-old server skills, and I was fortunate enough to get a job at the ale house, and I started waiting tables so I could make some money again and get on my feet. Along the way, I bought a house in downtown Raleigh. Brian, this is 2 blocks away, so I think this does qualify for being downtown Raleigh. I got the newspaper for it, which was pretty cool, and helped buoy the market, so we were pretty excited about that. And the great Glenwood agency of downtown Raleigh helped us out, and they've been great friends ever since. We got married in downtown Raleigh. Funny thing about that, we lost our reception hall, and we lost the place we were getting married at, all within about 3 months of the wedding. And we still pulled it off. We had a great time, and I married this beautiful woman all along the way. So this is very good. I get my first job about just a little after that for a small technology company with this really cool glass table in an office all by myself, looking out a window at squirrels all day because there's really not a whole lot for me to do there. So I take my chances and I try something else. And I figure, what do I want to do? So I try to hook up with this company, Geomagic. And they do 3D software, and we do 3D printing, connect to that. And I think, wow, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to do social media marketing, and I'm going to build trade shows. And I'm completely out of my comfort zone, way outside of my comfort zone for this job. And I realized that for the first time in my life, that's really okay. Because when I step and I look back, 4 years before that, I'm standing on the side of a stage doing that, following bands around for meaningless stuff. And now I'm doing cool things like building this booth that's cut off by the screen and also working in 3D software. So how great is that, right? This is a totally new experience. So what did I learn? Safety nets, they're for babies and pools. They're not really for your life. Your life is not a safety net. Go and do whatever it is you want. Live your dream. Go chase after it. Do whatever it is you can do. Also, most importantly, make sure that you wrap everything in bacon. This is also an important fact. So next time you're worried about something, take a big giant leap, open your arms, and go for it. Thank you all very much. Go Pack.